Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing really well. So today's video is going to be a homeware related video, and I really get obsessed with interiors. Does anyone else just spend their whole life scrolling Pinterest? Because I feel like that's me recently. There's so many things I want to do in here, and I can't quite believe we're now about a year and a half into this house. We bought this house October 2018 and we'll be 2 years here this coming October. It's been mad and it is new build, but we've done so much to it to put our own personal stamp on it, and I thought it'd be quite nice to make a video today talking about my favourite things in the house. So I've kind of varied it up a little bit. We've got some soft furnishings, we've got some actual furniture, different pieces, and I just thought it'd be really nice to kind of show you some of the things I think make a real difference when you are decorating any house rather than just specifically our home. So I hope you enjoy watching this. It's just going to be a little mixed bag, and if you do like videos like this, then make sure you give this video a thumbs up because it means I'll know to make more in the future. If you do like interiors and you want further interior content, then I do have a few videos up my sleeve for the next little while. So if you're not subscribed already, just click the subscribe button and the bell and you'll see the next ones that come up on my channel. So anyway, without further ado, I'm going to go and show you item number one. Now, if you've been with me over here on my channel for a while, you will know I absolutely love flowers and florals, and I'm very girly, and I really like to have flowers in every room basically. I love the look of flowers. I feel like a lot of my house is quite neutral. When you bring in something like flowers, it just adds that real nice feminine edge, just kind of lifts it. So I absolutely love having flowers. I've got so many throughout the house, and many of them of course are artificial. I like the look of real flowers, but of course with them being perishable, you can't always have that look all year round. So it is probably important that you invest in some good artificial flowers. Mine are from various places. I've got some from IKEA, I've got some from Home Bargains, I think I've got some from Poundland as well. I also have a lovely orchid from Matalan, and it comes in its own little pot, and I love that one in my living room. But I have got so many different flowers. Some of my best ones I think are from a place called Country Baskets, and I've got various amounts of them mixed in with other brands, but I just like to make my own little bouquet to go in different places in my house, and this one is probably one of my favourites because it really reminds me of my wedding flowers. I've got some roses, I've got some hydrangeas, I've also got some greenery. It's just really nice and definitely lifts the room. And obviously if you're doing this, you're going to need some nice pots or vases, and this one in particular is from the range. They still have it and it was only £9, so absolutely love that. It adds a nice bit of height to them, and they just sit here on my breakfast bar. Something else I love adding to any room in my house are prints. Now, you might have remembered I did do a job with the Senio a little while back, and I absolutely love their prints. We've got various ones throughout the house. Like here we have a group of 3 different prints, and I just think using wall art is a great way to draw a room together. If you've got nice big open spaces that really kind of need an extra bit of something and you don't quite know what to put there, sometimes it's lovely to put a nice piece of wall art. Even if you're trying to pull together a theme or you've got different colours you want to bring in, sometimes actually starting with your print is a good way to focus in on colours and stuff if that's what you're looking to do. So I just love having these prints here. I've got a lot of black and neutral in my hallway, but we didn't have any black over here, so this is a really good way of me bringing in some black frames, some neutral prints, and giving this area a different feel. I think it feels quite tranquil with the flowers, and we've got some wild flowers over here that are kind of flowing in the wind, and that's the kind of feel I want for the hall. I want it to be light and airy and just feel very calm. Somewhere I feel very calm and relaxed a lot of the time is my sofa. So we had this sofa made to measure. We really wanted to have a nice big functional sociable space in this small-ish living room that we could really use for having friends round and make sure we make the most of our space. We actually stole this idea from the show home of this particular build. They had the exact same dimensions of this sofa, so I just found a sofa company to make me one, and I absolutely love it. It was definitely a great decision for us, and I love the colour. I think it's such a lovely neutral colour, and I like having a fabric sofa, which, having had a leather sofa in the past, I thought I would hate having fabric, but it's so comfortable, and that corner over there is where everyone falls asleep, including the dog. And talking of seats, we have got a couple of different options in our dining and breakfast bar area. They're from the same company, it's myfurniture.com. They have got such gorgeous stuff on there if you want to go and have a look. So I bought these seats from them. I'm almost certain these were £120 each. I usually get lots of questions over these bar stools. They are taupe coloured, and they also have button back details and also studs across the top. They clean so easily. I mean, I've got 2 kids and these were definitely one of the items that I bought and thought, bad move, but fingers crossed, they've been really good so far and they clean down really easily. I actually do find flat velvet very, very easy to clean. And then moving on to some black chairs themselves, I've got these 2 big chairs, which are actually occasional chairs, but we've got quite a big dining table, so we thought we'd put these really huge button back black chairs at the dining table. We are intending on getting a bench made at the back of our dining table. Until then, we actually have 2 of the dining chair versions of these over the other side. But again, they're all from the same company, it's from myfurniture.com, and I must admit their delivery, their service, everything has always been spot on. It's about 3 days delivery for the items, and I just think everything is so well made, and I'm definitely very impressed with how everything looks. With this being a new build home, we had to wait for 6 months before we could add anything to the walls in terms of paper. Even walls like the one behind me, which is pretty plain, is a textured wallpaper. I do think when you get in wallpaper, if you filter your search options online to wallpapers that are vinyl coated, they last for so much longer and they also have such a great texture to them. A lot of the ones we have in our house have got a vinyl on them, which means that they're also water resistant. So ones like behind me are washable, and I have got that throughout my hallway as well. So if you've maybe got a high traffic area like going up and down your stairs or in your hallway or even bedrooms, then getting a vinyl coated wallpaper is certainly a really good tip. I like the way this one looks behind me. I'll show you a close-up shot in a second. It's sort of like a crocodile print, and I actually had this sitting on my favourites on one of the wallpaper websites before we'd even bought the house, and when I went into the show home they had this in the hallway, so I knew that this is the one we had to go for. I absolutely love it. I think it's called Alfresco. I will leave the one linked below that we used, and from what our decorator said, it was really, really simple to hang. And when I'm talking about wallpapers in my home, I'm sure they can't get much better than the one behind me. This one obviously looks like a gate or something. It looks like a precious rock. It is the most beautiful paper, and it's by a company called Anthology. If you go on Anthology's website, they have got the most amazing wall coverings. You will be so surprised at how different it can be. Not just usual geometrics, not just usual flowers. They do such really artistic landscape mural type wallpapers, and this one here is no different. This one's called Obsidian, and I absolutely love this paper. The only thing I've done differently in here, and I will go into this in more detail, is I've drawn in all the colours in the room with a darker paper behind me, which I'm not as keen on in this room, so we won't talk about that one. But obviously the one behind me I absolutely love. It's got so many different textures to it, layers, colours, and it really is just such a big statement in this room. It's a real talking point. I don't need to hang anything on that wall. It is as it is, and loads of you love this paper as much as I do. It's very, very Marmite. I do appreciate that because it's so busy, but in a room that doesn't have a lot going on, I think that this has been the perfect addition. We had this bespoke wardrobe made in my office area just to create more space and storage, but behind my Mac we really needed something, so we ended up picking up these wall tiles, and I would love to do a full wall in my living room like this. These are the most gorgeous tiles. They are a mottled mirror and they were so easy to attach. We have got about 24 here, and they just make this room feel so much bigger because everything is obviously reflected in this back mirror. It stands out so much, and it's definitely one of my key features in my home that I absolutely love, and that we did it together. It was one of these just really quick DIY jobs. If you look at them closely, you'll see these are actually beveled, so they're quite easy to fit together. And if you are going to mirror one of your walls, I would highly recommend getting a mirror that's not just straight but has this bevel in it, because sometimes when you butt together 2 cut mirrors, they're not the same reflection, and you'll get this real kind of disarray when you put your hand up. It'll only show different parts, if that makes sense. The way the mirrors are sometimes angled, you can get a distorted image, so when you have this bevel here where they butt together, it's so much more seamless. I absolutely love these. They were a bit more pricey. I think they might have been about £20 for a box of 4 or something, but so worth it because we've got this really lovely space over here. And if this ever became a bedroom, then I certainly would just put drawers at the bottom and take my desk away and have this as a feature, maybe some shelving across. It would still work well, and you can definitely reuse these as well because they're only on with double back tape Love these so much. So we're now in Ella's room and she has got the same bed as us but in the smaller size. This is the double bed size of our bed in our bedroom, and it's an ottoman bed from a company called eSuperSaver. I actually found them on Instagram and they make the most gorgeous beds. But one thing I love about this is it's an ottoman, so I can slide this up and there's a whole array of things under there that are just hiding away. So it's great for storage. I could probably better organise that under there at some point, but I just think these beds are fantastic. I absolutely love them. I love the fact they've got really high button back headboards. The colour of Ella's one, I get lots of questions about. It is called Barley and it's in suede. Such a beautiful colour. It's really quite creamy coloured and I just think it makes this room feel really, really grand. She calls it the Big Princess bed. I just think it looks stunning, and we've got the same one in our room. So as I said, we have the same bed in our room, and I wanted to show you this because I feel like this is one of the best tips. I think the dog's jumped up on the bed. Having a bedspread on your bed is probably one of the best must-have items that I have in my house. Now, I don't iron bedding, I just don't do it. I put it in the tumble dryer and hope for the best, but having a bedspread on top of your bedding just always makes it feel that bit more put together. So I absolutely love having bedspreads in the house. I love having alternative furniture, and this is my pride and joy. This is my bedroom chest of drawers and they are made from leather. As you'll see up closely, it's snake print and it just adds such a lovely texture to the room. I wanted something different from the mirrored ones because I knew they would just get so messy, and having these ones are perfect. I love having my TV in my room sit on top of it because we do watch a lot of TV in bed. And I just think these chests of drawers add such a different dynamic to our room. I really love this choice and I'm glad that we were a bit bolder to go for something like this. So guys, that's the end of today's video. I really hope you enjoyed having a little look around the house and seeing some of my favourite items, and maybe if I've said something in that video that was quite inspirational for your own home, then I do hope you took something away from it. Anything that I can find online, I will try and link below for you, but I know some of the companies that I've got things from in the past are no longer in service, so I'll try and get some similar items below for you. Of course, if you've got any questions, I will try my best to answer as many as I can in the comments, so please do leave them below, and I will see you guys very soon on my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye!